Hi guys, I just recorded my 1 month update on Julia's hair, 613 blonde hair, 13 by 6 frontal lace wig, and I'm going to upload that before I upload this video. But I wanted to make sure that I started this process of a series that I wanted to do as far as starting your own business. So I decided to go ahead and just record that video right now as well while I have free time, just so that you won't be waiting for it for another month or so. I'm trying to be more consistent, and I promise I'm going to be. So just please bear with me. But I do want to start this process today. So when I first starting my business, well, this will all be from like a little research that I've done, as well as like my personal experience. So just please stay tuned with me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up.
So this will be episode 1 of, what do I want to call this series? Girlpreneur, but I don't want it to just target girls. I want men to be able to watch these videos and be able to start a business as well. So I'm gonna just call it Entrepreneur 101. I'll figure it out and just put it in a title, and you guys will see it. So this episode 1 will be about, I'm looking at my notes, basically figuring out what you want to sell, research, and then choosing a name. That's in like the exact order as far as what I did. Well, actually, I believe I found my name first, just because I've been wanting to start a business since I was about 15, and I had this name in my head for all of these years. I'm 24 now. I have so that's 9 years. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that just made me feel so old. Oh my god. But I had a name in my head ever since I was 15 years old on what I wanted to name my business. It's not actually the name that I have now. That name was Perfect Imperfections. And yeah, I'm just going to get into that later in this video. So I'm going to start off with what you want to sell. Everyone always complains. Well, I feel like it's more of the non-business owners that start to complain, saying how oversaturated a certain industry is. But I personally feel as though oversaturation is literally everywhere you turn. Look at Target, Walmart, look at Home Depot, Big Lots. Everyone sells the same thing. They have their own target audiences. They have their own niche to where they bring in customers. So I feel as though as long as you market yourself correctly, find your target audience as well as your niche, you will be perfect at gaining customers, gaining consistent customers, and becoming more of a brand. So starting off with what you want to sell, I am personally in the beauty industry, so I'm going to try to keep, well, I'm trying to think, should I try to find, okay, so I know what I want to do now. So let's just say that you wanted to start your own hair company, and you didn't know what to do, or as far as how to start, I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to be screen recording and popping it up in this little corner here. So I'm going to Google how to start a hair business. And this all ties in with research. You have to do a lot of research if you expect your brand to succeed. I know a lot of people expect or look for they expect, I wasn't recording, I'm recording now, but they expect to find freebies, and in this industry people don't tend to give those. I have helped a lot of people for free. I'm not quite sure why individuals tend to be that way, But they are, and it is what it is. But I feel as though if you tend to do the work yourself, you feel better and more accomplished with your brand. So I would just say research it yourself and make all these people that you ask for help look really crazy at the end of the day just because of how successful you've turned out to be. So I have Googled how to start a hair business. And what you want to do is just honestly look and read throughout these pages and take notes, of course. Make sure that you have your own little notebook. I personally have honestly like 5 notebooks dealing with businesses. This is my business notebook, and this is how it looks. I got this off of Amazon, and it was like, I want to say like $10 to $15, and I absolutely love it just because I get to write down all my business ideas that I get all in one place, and I don't tend to lose them. So on this page, we're seeing how to start a hair business. That's mostly what all of the titles are called for these, and you just honestly want to keep looking through them. I'm going to click on this one here that says start your hair business step by step process and see what they say. So clicking on this article, there is a woman who, I believe this is her. So this is her. Her name is Julia Strunk, which you guys will see, and she is the president of a company called Wealthy Hair, and she is a black. She has a black-owned business, and she just gives out some free pointers. So the first one is, here are just a few things that you will learn on the free webinar. Step 1 is step by step how to. Well, I guess this wouldn't necessarily be helpful just because she's promoting. But you will honestly get a lot of that. I'm trying to find one that will be perfect for you. Okay, 5 tips on starting a hairline, how to start your own business. And then they talk about business basics. Most distributors come from or are in China, which is definitely true. As far as wholesaling a hair, like private label extensions, I'm just reading on. So number 1, make sure that you find a trustworthy vendor or hair supplier. I feel as like that is pretty typical with any vendor or starting any kind of business. Please make sure that you trust your vendor and just don't be giving your money to just any person, just because you definitely don't want to be scammed. To avoid being scammed, I personally order samples first. I never order wholesale anything first when I'm just testing out a company. I want to test out in a small quantity, even if that just means ordering 2 to 3 things of something, and making sure that the quality is up to par, and that of course I won't have any reactions to it as far as like lashes, making sure that they don't irritate my eyes or fall apart or are flimsy, just making sure that they're long lasting. So always make sure that you guys order in small quantities or a sample orders first before ordering a huge wholesale shipping of something. If a vendor doesn't offer samples, find another one because you don't want to have that risk of spending money and it all just going down the drain. Basically, you work hard for your money, so do the research. So the second one is great marketing. This is really important because this is how you will make sales. So as long as you guys are marketing yourself correctly, and that means promoting. And when I say promote, that don't mean promote once a week. You have to promote yourself multiple times a day on every social media and every group that you're in. Give it out even if they don't want to give it out. If you see someone in a store and you have business cards on yourself, give your business cards to those people. Like if you see, for example, with the business that we're talking about today, if you see someone with some extensions, and you have like your extensions in, like for example, like this wig right here, I'll come up to someone and say, "Oh my gosh, I love your hair," and of course that gets them caught off guard. They take the compliment. They're feeling good, and they start to talk to me. And within that conversation, I'll end up bringing up my brand and say, "Oh, I sell hair. Here's my business card. Just check it out. Check out my Instagram." And if they do tend to, which they more than likely do, just because of the great conversation that they had, they'll more than likely check out your website or your Instagram or social media and end up purchasing from you. So it's all about your approach and how much you promote yourself. And that typically, you can also find more information on marketing online. I'm still in the process of learning everything as it turns into marketing. But yeah, I know personally for Alora's Dynasty, I promote myself on Facebook and Facebook groups, on Instagram and Instagram stories. I leave my business cards everywhere. I talk to people, and that's how I'm getting sales personally. So, hair extension number 3 is have a hair extension e-commerce website. Oh my gosh. If you guys are starting a business, please invest in a website. You have no idea how many girls that I've helped to where they were selling via DM and how many sales they lost just because of that. People tend to trust brands and people in general more when you have a website, just so that they can see everything in one place. As far as selling selling via DM, you tend to have to ask for all of their personal information. People don't tend to be as comfortable as they would be with just giving their information, their home address, their phone number, and all this credit card information or whatever, via DM. So just invest in you a website. I will be talking about websites in the next episode, but it's all basically on personal preference on what kind of website that you want, but I'll get more into that on the next episode. And next is branding and packaging. So, especially with hair companies, you want to make sure that you are branding yourself well as far as packaging. So, this is really important just because when people typically tend to see your hair company or like your brand in general, but for this example, we'll just talk about hair companies. Packaging is everything. That is one of the main things that honestly pull in customers besides the hair quality. If you have beautiful packaging, I'm pretty sure that's going to guarantee you sales. This article says that your hair branding is extremely important for your hair extensions business. When you ship out your product to your customer, your package is your form of free advertising, which is definitely true. Your customers' friends may see the box when it's getting delivered. It may be visible when you're getting your brand out here. Means doing all you can to attract any customers, which is definitely true. So you have to invest in yourself in order to be a successful brand. I personally definitely believe that if you're getting any type of boxes, try to have like your cute logo or something on it. So I really like the fact that they mentioned having inventory on this site, just because if you don't have enough coins to start your business, you can definitely still do so. And one of the options they mentioned is by drop shipping. If you guys aren't familiar with drop shipping, it's basically selling the product, but you paying for it, giving the money towards your vendor and them shipping it to your customer. So you can still have that business that you want and not even have the inventory in your home, which is what a lot of people tend to do. So even if you don't have the money to start your business, or that you think that you don't have the money to start your business, you can definitely still do so. Just use drop shipping. Find the right vendor from the research that you conduct, and ask if they offer drop shipping. For the most part, they do, and just handle it from there. So they also have a checklist of things that you should do when starting a hair company. The first one is starting an LLC. I will get into that in a later episode. I don't have my LLC yet, but I do plan on getting that really, really soon. And I'll go over the process of doing that with you guys on camera as well. Just since it is going to be my first time having a business and forming an LLC, I just want to document the whole thing just to make it easier for everyone else. So the next one would be coming up with your hair extension or brand name, which I will be talking about that in a moment as well. The next one is registering your social media accounts, which I did do like fairly quickly after figuring out my name. After that, they have get your domain name, which is really important. They recommend GoDaddy. I believe I also purchased mine from GoDaddy, and I want to say it was like $14.99 for the year. But I now permanently own mine with, I want to say, Shopify. But I do believe that I brought the GoDaddy domain over to Shopify. Okay, and then next they have build a website. After that, they have buy wholesale hair or consider dropshipping. If you don't have the money to start your business, if you have just enough to start, if you have enough to either choose between a website or dropship or having inventory, do the website and just dropship your hair until you raise enough money to actually have inventory in your home. And then the last one is start taking orders. Yay! So you just learned how to basically start your own business. This link was really simple and it got straight to the point, which I really did like. So yeah. As far as other information, honestly, Google will be your best friend during this process. It definitely is mine. So all you have to do is honestly search what you're looking for and continue to do the research, and you'll be fine, and you'll actually find what you're looking for. I will be talking about finding specific vendors in another episode. I'll probably make that episode 3, just so that I can spread all of this out pretty well. So research. All you have to do is research to find exactly what you're looking for, and I promise you, once you find it and are making money, you will feel so good. Like, I can't explain how it feels, like just knowing or feeling or seeing the money come in and you actually knowing how much hard work and tears and sleepless nights that you put into making your brand and building it up, and just seeing that money come in. It's just like an amazing and unexplainable feeling. So as long as you do that research and put it in your brand, I promise you guys will succeed. So the last thing I wanted to talk about, just because I don't want to make this video too long, is choosing a brand name. As far as choosing a brand name, I honestly Googled just words. Like I told you guys before, I originally wanted my brand name to be Perfect Imperfections, and I ended up doing like a small business search and ended up finding out someone else had that name already, so I did have to choose a different name. So when thinking of names, if you guys just like, for the purpose of this these videos, I will come up with the business name. So we're selling hair, right? Okay, so I'm a hair name. So let's just, for the sake of keeping this video short, call our business Cutie Collection. That's it, Cutie Collection. So with Cutie Collection, now that we have our business name, the next thing that you're going to want to do is do a business search to make sure that no one else has your name, because you don't want to put all the hard work into running a business under that name and then have to change it when you decide to get your LLC. So what you want to do, and I'm going to put the screen recording in this corner here, is Google search your state and then business search. So I live in Illinois, so I'll search Illinois business search. So you want to find your government or state government website. And this right here, ilsos.gov, is mine. So I will click on that and it'll take me to their website. And if you want to just do a business search, all you have to do is click on LLC. I'm pretty sure the sites may look a little different, but all you're doing is doing a business search for a name. So just find LLC, type in the name just to see if someone else has already had that name. So I've clicked on LLC. I'm going to click submit, and then I'm going to look by name, which is already selected, and I'm going to type in cutie. I think I'm going to do it with a K. Cutie. Come on, autocorrect. Cutie. Now do collection with a K as well, just to make it look somewhat better. So cutie collection, and then I'm going to search. Nothing was found, so that means that no one else has that name. And if you guys don't believe that no one else has that name, I'm going to search a well-known business, and let's just look up Pink, and just everyone knows who Pink is. See, now actual businesses start to pop up just because there is businesses with the name Pink somewhere in my state. So since that name didn't pop up with anyone or any previous businesses, I am okay to start my business with that name, and I'm definitely okay to get a LLC under that name as well. I am going to end the video here, just so that we won't cover too much and the video won't be too long. So today we went over things that you want to sell. I'm going to be selling for my new business, hair. I did my research as far as how to start a business for hair, which included forming an LLC, finding your business name, finding specific vendors. So we talked about drop shipping, and I also chose a name, which will be Cutie Collection, for my new hair business. So in the next episode, which will be episode 2 of this series, we will be discussing branding, which involves creating a logo, your business cards, your thank you cards, your website. We'll all be talking about that in the next episode. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, could you please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment down in the comment section below, and stay tuned for our next video. Thank you.